Back. It is a Freaky Friday indeed. Lots going on out there. Down in Washington, for all you small business owners out there who are trying to figure out how you can stay in business, how you can save your business, they're talking about a new stimulus bill. They're $2 trillion apart right now, but I think the Republicans are proposing $1 trillion and the Democrats are proposing $3 trillion. So they'll probably meet somewhere in the middle as soon as they can figure out how they chop up all the back kickbacks and bribery money and all that stuff. On Liquid Lunch, we try to keep it down the middle. I'm not registered in a party, okay? I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm literally an independent. And we try to call it like we see it. I try to do as best I can at that, to be honest with you. I am personally a supporter of Trump, and I've also been critical of President Trump when he's taken actions and done things that were over the top. I didn't like that he kept repeatedly attacking the Federal Reserve chairman. That's supposed to be an independent position. It turned out that they got to the same place. Unfortunately, it was coronavirus that got there, but, they did get together. So we try to hit it down the middle. All right. I'm drinking today this organic Treo, Treo, from the original founders of, I believe, Snapple. Okay, and this is a raspberry lemonade, fruit and birch water. Okay, it's organic. They tap trees. Okay, and for all the ladies out there, calories in a bottle of this 10. Total fat grams 0. Sodium 55 milligrams, 2% of your daily intake. Carbs 9 grams. Sugar's 1 gram. 1 gram of sugar, almost nothing. Organic erythritol 8 grams. Protein 0. Vitamin C 15%. Okay, so these things are delicious. You're probably going to start seeing a nice ergonomic bottle also, and I can tell you, just to start off today's Freaky Friday edition, I'm drinking the Panzoni vodka, where you see what a health kick I'm on now that I'm in the Corona bunker. You can see I have the organic birch water and the organic vodka, and the two together over a little ice, and I mixed that one earlier, makes a quite refreshing Friday drink. So join me, please. Ooh, I'm going to test out all these Treo brands today. All right, all the different, they sent me a few flavors, Nico. You know how many people tell us on the show they're going to send you this, we're going to send us that. All we get are these greasy books, but other than that, we never get any products, At least they did the right thing, the guys from Treo.
That's true. They offered us some chasers, too.
That's right, and they said that what they wanted everyone to know is that the Treo Birch fruit-infused birch water is alcohol friendly, and I can tell you it is because I made myself a nice drink with it today. Now, we're waiting for Joel Pollack to join us. He's the author of Red November, Will the Country Vote Red for Trump or for Socialism? Senior editor at large with Breitbart News, host of Breitbart News Sunday on Sirius XM Patriot. So Joel, I'm going to get that out of the way, and when Joel joins us, we can hop right into it. But in the meantime, I have been trying to keep it down the middle. Not, guys, I fool around about conspiracy theories that Jeffrey Epstein isn't even dead. Forget about commit suicide, that he's not even dead. I kind of do really believe there's a world out there where that's possible. I really, really do. And I base that off this fact. My dad was a cop and a private investigator, and I always taught us how to be a good investigator of things. And when it was being reported on 4chan at like 5 o'clock in the morning that Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell, the morning edition of the New York Post had a picture of him allegedly being wheeled into Lower Manhattan Hospital on a stretcher. So I'm wondering, for the paper to be out at like 6 in the morning, how did they get him on the front page being wheeled into a hospital when he supposedly died at like 5 in the morning, or he was found at 5 in the morning? So that was strange. And then what else was strange to me is when they're wheeling him into the hospital, well, if they found him dead in his cell, they don't take you to the hospital. They take you to the morgue, okay? And the morgue is not far from the correction center where he was being held either, so there's no reason they would take him to the hospital unless he was still alive. And the guy going in has on a neck brace and no oxygen or anything. So if he was dead, and if he was alive and they were trying to still keep him alive at that point, he would have oxygen on. So there's no reason to take a dead man to a hospital. So I base some of my, outlying theory on this, on that. And if he is dead, there's no question that he was taken out by, people who were very fearful of what he may have been able to talk about. And at the same time, here is a lifelong narcissist, convicted sex offender, who was known to always want to be around young kids and then bring celebrities around the same places, coincidentally. There's no way this guy could have ever sat in a jail cell for the rest of his life. At some point, he would have broke. And there's too many important people that have, not allegedly, have absolutely taken way too many flights on his plane for a guy who everyone knew was a convicted sex offender. So we're going to go a little further now. Now, I start jumping down rabbit holes, and I really, for you, my audience, when I'm joking around, you kind of know it. I pull the string at the last minute and say that's not true, or that was just a satire, and obviously I'm not John Cronkite, and things like that. But when I really want to talk about something, I don't want to get called out in the mainstream media or by some other journalist or something and say, you're full of crap, and that's not true, and that was a lie. So, sometimes I say, here's a video of Nancy Pelosi celebrating over the 4th of July weekend, and then, boom, I show you a video from Barstool Sports. All right, and everyone knows, it's pretty clear, that's not Nancy Pelosi. And we leave the little Barstool or wherever we got the meme or the story or the video, we leave it on there. So, obviously it's not Nancy Pelosi. So I'm starting to think harder, and I'm getting contacted by people I respect so much, who are not conspiracy theorists. They are serious, upper echelon academics, trained academics, who are asking me, have you looked at this Pizzagate thing? And I'm saying, no. I kind of hear about it, but I don't know what to think about it. And, I don't want to drive myself crazy. It's like a little too far-fetched for me that, that Hillary Clinton was running a child sex trafficking ring out of the basement of this ping pong joint in Washington. It's like, that's too much for me. All right, I'm not there, okay? And then I started doing a little digging and starting to try to understand what's really happening here. Why are they calling it Pizzagate? It doesn't make any sense. They would never do it right in plain sight in a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. That doesn't make sense, okay? So I have been doing homework on it because people who are way brighter than me are telling me that there's something there. There is a there. And they're also telling me that anyone who tries to say there is a there gets muted, gets chopped, gets shut down, gets their Facebook blocked, and worse, okay? So, for those of you who say, Johnny, you're going too far now, join me or don't. But there's information out there that's factual that kind of starts connecting some dots that make it seem really strange. So I'm going to start weekly going down the rabbit hole, okay, on a topic. And I may get so crazy I may do it 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row. And I want to get some public consensus, like, you got to debunk some of these things yourself sometimes. So, Neek, what do we have right now? Do we have anything in this last minute, or?
We're good.
We're getting it. We're loading up the.
Okay, so you know what? Let's
story.
not start it with a minute left. We're gonna the next segment's open for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start a little Mr. Rogers style, Pizzagate for dummies, and lay out some facts that I think we should look at together. And people can tell me, John, you're nuts, stop it, leave it alone. Or, maybe we can figure out more, because there are some strange coincidences out there. And you may need a Ponzoni organic vodka and a Treo organic fruit and birch water to wash down this next segment. It's going to get freaky. It's a Freaky Friday on Liquid Lunch. Stay right there. Coming back at you right after this.